Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is your boy Yael. I'm going to get straight to the point. I just had a brother share with me a couple of passages that he said proves that Yeshua, that Jesus is all through the Old Testament. All these prophecies about him. It's two of them I want to look at. All of them could be easily debunked. But it's two I want to look at that was quite puzzling. Why did he say these were prophecies about Yeshua, about Jesus? The first one we're going to look at is Genesis chapter 17 and verse 19. Genesis chapter 17 and verse 19. I will be doing this reading out of the King James Version. And it read as such. And God said, Sarah, thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac. And I will establish my covenant with him for an everlasting covenant, and with his seed after him. This is talking about Isaac and his seed. Who was the seed of Isaac? Jacob. Later, who Yahweh changed his name to Israel. And then when Israel was established, Yahweh visited him and said, through your seed, I will also continue this covenant. So it's no way in the world that this passage is talking about Jesus, period. We have got to stop saying something is about something when you could plainly see, if you read it in context, that it is not. Stop lying on God, saying God showed you this and this is what it means. Stop it. You just make yourself look foolish in the process. Here's another one. Genesis chapter 22, verse 18. Genesis chapter 22 and verse 18. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. Tell me how that's a prophecy about Christ. It don't mention a Christ. He is just simply saying, see, the problem is you be thinking about what that great revelation that Paul had that was foolish when Paul said God didn't say seeds, but seed. That's where y'all get that foolishness from. Because there is no seeds. It's always just seed. And that seed that came through Abraham all the way to Isaac and Jacob is talking about the children of Israel. It's not talking about a Christ. So stop it. Stop the madness. And here's another one they give, which I don't even know why they even give it anymore. How many times it has already been debunked. And this is going to be the last one that I am going to close. It's a familiar one that people love to go to. I love when people say that he's written all through the Tanakh, the Old Testament, but they go to the same talking points every time, the same passages every time. But he's written all through the Tanakh, but you keep going to the same passages. But here's this one, Isaiah chapter 7, verse 14. Therefore, the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. First things first, that has already been debunked. And some translations have already corrected the error because it was an error. But for some reason, King James just don't want to correct it. They're going to stick to their guns. It said virgin in the King James. But guess what? In the Hebrew, it don't say virgin. And other translators are being honest to the fact that it doesn't mention a virgin. But it does mention a young woman in the Hebrew. And some translators are being honest and have made revision to their version of the scriptures and have made the proper correction and have it say such. And one thing, this sign is given to King Ahaz. For those of you who think this is a prophecy of Yeshua, of Jesus, question, was King Ahaz alive to see Mary and Jesus? Did King Ahaz see Mary and Jesus? And here's another one. What was the context of chapter 7 of Isaiah? Read the whole chapter and stop parachuting in. Stop skydiving into a passage and then saying it's a prophecy about Christ when it's not. Stop making yourself look foolish. And I'm saying this in love. It could easily be debunked what you are saying. Read in proper context and stop taking a verse, snatching a verse out of context and trying to say this is what it means. And to say God showed it to you by the Holy Ghost. Stop the madness, because the Spirit of God will not contradict the scriptures. We got to get past this madness and stop the foolishness. That's all I wanted to share at this time. This is your brother Yael Ezra Ben Levy. Till next time. Peace.